Well, Techsburg, I hope, will be established fully by the beginning of next fall. It's totally student-controlled and student-funded and will be run by students totally on a state level and a local level. We have three major objectives. Hopefully we can identify and analyze problems in environmental and consumer protection. Secondly, we can appear before legislative and administrative boards that have control over these certain problems in the areas. And thirdly, if necessary, we can follow through with litigation with the help of these professional people, such as attorneys and scientists of all sorts.
Welcome to my 2023 year in review. And first of all, as we get going, I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year as we approach the holiday season. I'm going to do some special projects during this video. One, I'm going to take you on a journey with me as I go to work in the morning on Highway 75, or what's better known as North Central Expressway here in Dallas, so you can get a sense of what Dallas drivers are like. I bought a bird feeder this last summer. There's some beautiful birds that have visited my backyard over this last few months, and I want to share some of those photos and videos with you. I also have something called a smart key that I purchased for my door between my living room and my garage. And you may know about smart keys, but this is a very interesting device, and I want to share that with you as well. Well, I hope that 2023 has been a good year for you. It has not been particularly good for me. It's been especially challenging since my job as of September 1st was reduced to part-time. Over that time, in the last few months, I've been trying to find a part-time job that I can supplement what I do at First United Methodist in Richardson. It's been a very difficult time. I hardly ever get a response, and when I do, it's always negative. And I imagine at my age, which is 76, is not a benefit when I'm applying for those jobs. I purchased, or actually I leased, an Audi, an e-tron, back in March of 2023. It's a beautiful car. It had some things that needed adjusting in the entertainment segment of the car. And so I took it in May, and on May 15th, as they had the car at the dealership, they left it outside during a major hailstorm. Well, it damaged my car extensively, and so they had to repair that. They gave me a loaner, thankfully, but I didn't have my car from May 15th until August. So during that time, I had no access to the car, but they did fix it, and it's working well now, and I really enjoy it. The hailstorm also affected my house, my roof, and I found out that I needed to replace the shingles on my roof. You might remember I have solar panels up there. It made it even more difficult because we had to replace the solar panels, take them off, put the shingles on. They're putting on what they call hail-resistant shingles this time, which should be of a benefit into the future. And then the solar panels go back on 30 days after the roof is repaired. Well, some good news from 2023. I have a new addition to my family, a new great nephew. His name is Whitley John Llewellyn. He's the son of Ben and Cece. They live in Oklahoma City. He joins his brother, who was born last year, Graham, and so they have two young boys in their family. I have not yet seen Whitley, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm also anticipating another addition to our family, a great niece, and this would be the daughter to Josh and to Stephanie Plights, and I'm looking forward to that as well. So some great news in the family this past year. Well, now I'd like you to join me as we look at the experience of driving on North Central Expressway in Dallas. So even if you never saw a late night talk show with James Corden, you probably have heard of his famous segment called Carpool Karaoke. I thought it would be interesting to share with you today what I go through 2 hours each day, an hour to work and an hour back. Now, I don't have anybody sitting in my car seat. We're not going to share stories about songs, but I wanted to share with you what is going on in terms of my thoroughfare, which is Highway 75 or North Central Expressway, to notice that there are a number of things that are kind of irritating. It makes it a difficult and kind of an anxious drive every morning and coming back in the evening. The speed limit here is 70 miles an hour. I don't like going over the speed limit, but generally keep it, if I go on cruise control, about 68 or 69. But as you can notice, I'm one of the slowest cars here. I like to get into the second lane to the right, the far right, that's the exit lane, and that can back up, so I don't want to get there. But on the left two lanes is the fastest traffic, and you notice, like that white car right there, I'm going 68 right now, so they're probably going around 74, 75 miles an hour. Speed limit here is just a suggestion, and one of the biggest sports on Highway 75 or Central Expressway is changing lanes. And over the next few minutes while we're doing this video, I want you to notice the number of lane changes that go on. Now, I like to keep a safe distance between me and the car that's right in front of me. The normal rule is a car length for every 10 miles an hour. That's probably not realistic here on 75, but you will notice. Now, the traffic is not really all that heavy this morning compared to what it normally is. It's usually bumper to bumper and 10, 15 miles an hour. This is pretty good, actually, but you'll still see a lot of people who are changing lanes, and oftentimes they won't even signal. Now, that white car signaling to get over to this lane, which is great. But generally, and that's what you'll see a lot of too, is cars changing more than one lane at a time. So lane changing is a real sport on Highway 75. And you'll notice too that you don't have to leave much of a space for them to try to fill that space. They think that they're going to get wherever they're going faster. Like this guy, he didn't get much space to change lanes. I would, if I were doing it, I would like to have much more space than that. He actually changed 2 lanes. He was in the middle lane, wanted to get over right. He's probably going to exit here in the very near future. But I just wanted to give you a sense of what the traffic is like and what my experience is going to work and coming back every day. And again, this is really quite good. It's not anywhere near what you might experience on a normal day. I leave home at about 7:15, get into the office about 8 o'clock, sometimes if the traffic's really bad about 8:15. So I spend anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour on the road in the morning and again in the evening. I just wanted to give you an experience, and this is again the carpool karaoke Dan Flanagan style. Now, also in my backyard this year, I put a bird feeder. A wonderful time with this, and some great new friends that have come to visit, mostly cardinals and doves, and there are quite a few cardinals actually. I think there's a whole family of them here. I've seen 2 of the adults, I've seen some small cardinals. I've also seen a number of different doves. In fact, one of the doves is building a nest over here in my flower pad. So there are a number of new visitors in my backyard. They don't seem to be afraid of me, and I certainly enjoy having them around as well, and they really enjoy the bird feeder. Now, there are some critters, long-tailed ones, squirrels, that like this food as well. I do everything I can to try to keep them away. I cover this at night, try to keep them out of there. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Hopefully I can get rid of them sometime. But I do enjoy the birds, and they seem to enjoy being around here as well. I've also noticed that a number of the birds enjoy my fountain in the backyard. They like to take baths in it. They drink from it, of course, in hot summer days. I enjoy having them back here, and they don't seem to be afraid of me when I come back here as well. In fact, there's some over here now behind the camera as I'm videotaping this. They enjoy that aspect of the backyard as well. And again, another way in which I can enjoy the birds in my backyard. I wanted to show you my new entryway from my garage into my living room. It's a smart lock that I installed this year, and there are a number of different ways in which you can use it. If you're used to using a key and you want to continue to do that, you can. I don't know why you would. There are a number of different other ways in which you can open the door. First of all, there's an app on your iPhone, which you could use if you want to. There's also a card key, very similar to a hotel room key, that you can use to open it. You can simply touch the lock and it'll open it, either getting in or getting out. And there's also a keypad with a passcode to it. Now, my sister-in-law, Sandy, asked me when she found out that I had this, she said, why in the world would you want something like that? The normal one would work as well, wouldn't it? Well, yes, it will, but it's not as much fun. Well, that concludes my video review of 2023. I hope you enjoyed, particularly the special features that I offered of driving on the highway of North Central Expressway in Dallas, and the bird feeders and the beautiful birds that I saw this past summer visiting my backyard, and of course the smart key. Again, as we conclude this video, I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and may 2024 be a blessing to you